In this clip, I want to show you how to start your very first blog using Blogger. So Blogger is part of the Google platform. So if you have a Gmail account, you'll have access to Blogger and you'll be able to sign in using your Gmail account and create your first blog. So the first thing I'm going to search here is blogger.com. And at the moment, this would be a list of all my blogs. Under this account, I have no blog set up at all. So the first thing I need to do is create new blog. And at this point, I get to give my blog a title and then also give my blog a web address. So I'm just going to call this Mr. Gibson's blog. And then we have to create a web address that hopefully hasn't already been taken. I'll try that. It tells me if it's available. If it is, I can move ahead. If it isn't, I'd have to try another blog address until something that hasn't been used is available. I can choose any of these templates here. My initial suggestions would either be to use this awesome one or the simple one. I'll choose this awesome. I like that one the best. You can always change those later. And essentially here we have created our blog. So we've now got our blog address, our blog name, and then we just move on to doing what we can do. So every time we open this site and go to Blogger, it should open this for this blog here. And you've got the different options here. There's new post, there's overview, which gives you stats and things like that. All your posts, so every time you want to update your blog, you would add in a new post. We've got pages, which we could talk about later. And importantly down here, we've got our layout of our blog, the template, and the settings. The things I use the most, this layout and template buttons, and obviously the post, because every time I update it, I put a new post in. So the first thing, if we're starting out doing a blog, we want to adjust our layout or our template. So I'm going to click on layout. And here's all our options here of what we can put on. And this is showing that our blogs will show up here, and we have a range of sort of gadgets that we can put on the side. If we wanted to add a gadget, we can push add gadget. And there's a whole list of things that we can put in here. So one thing that I would suggest having, it's always good to see, is your blog stats. So that's going to tell you how many hits or how many visitors your blog has had. So if we add that one, and it gives you options to have what you want it called and how it's going to be displayed. So I'm happy with that. I'll push save. And you can see that gadget goes here. I could move that anywhere around here and move it to whichever part of the page I would like. I'm going to keep it there. And you can keep going with all these gadgets and jazz up your blog as much as you want, or put little things in there. So you could have a play around with that. I'm going to say I'm happy with the layout there. So I'm going to save that arrangement. Okay, so once that's saved there, we can go to view blog, and it will show me what my blog looks like. So at the moment, there's no posts. That's the title. I could make that prettier later if I wanted to, but in general now I've got my gadgets that I've put in, and I've got my posts. So once you're viewing your blog like this, and you can see that's my blog address that people would type in to go to this site, I can then go back to that design page, or I could do the new post straight away here. I'll go back to the design page because I know I can do a new post from there too. And I'm going to write a post in. So this could be used in a number of ways. We use it a lot for putting up instructions for our class. It could be updates, it could be photos, it could be a range of things. So what I might do here, you'd give it a title. I might say maths, and if our unit was statistics. And then whatever I write in here is going to be what will show up on my blog. So I might say, today we need to this is an example. If I write that from here, there's a range of things here. There's bullet points, many things that you'd be used to with your formatting. You can also add in links to other pages there. Pretty much it's just playing around and seeing what you can do to format the different things here. Then you can push publish. And you can see a whole list of my different posts would come up here. To see what that looks like on my blog, it comes up there. And any new additional posts would push this further down the page, and it would come up, any new post would come up above it, closest to the top of the page. So that's the basics of adding in posts. That's the main thing you'd need to know about your blogs. If we go back to design here, the main thing I can just suggest would just be to have a play around with the different things that you can do. So we've showed you the layout stuff, so you have a play around and you can change things around in there. Also, here there's this customize button that you can push where you can adjust the widths and the backgrounds and fonts and things, and you can also choose your templates again and change them at any stage. So I might decide that I need more space in here for my actual blog content, so I might adjust the widths and these sidebars. I might make that a little bit smaller. And again, there's a different type of layouts in here. So my gadgets down the side, or I could have gadgets on both sides. I could change the background and put any images in there that I like. And advance things on the different parts of your blogs could be different colors. So the possibilities are endless. It's just playing around with it. I'll go back to Blogger there. Well, first of all, make sure you push apply to blog. Back to Blogger. And this is our dashboard again, where we can do all our control everything that we need to put on our blog. Things can get a lot more in depth, and there's plenty of things that you can do on your blog. The main thing you'd want to do to start with is those things that I showed you, and just get used to putting up posts and showing your work and instructions on your posts. When you get used to that, then you can sort of research the different things that you can do and pages that you can create on your blog, additional pages and different things like that. The key is once you've got the basics going, and then what I did, I just used to have a look at different blogs around the world, and as soon as I saw something on there that I thought would be handy on mine, I'd Google how to do it and just figure things out that way. So once you start on the basics, then you can keep getting more advanced and add more things onto your blog.